Hello students, we'll start with this sum. This sum is based on piecemeal distribution. This is a practice sum for you. Okay, I have shared this question with you. So let us start with it. I'll read the sum. A, B and C were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 4:3:1. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2003 was as follows. We are given on liability side, creditors, bank loan, loan from A who is a partner, then capital of ABC given. Okay. On asset side, we have building, plant, stock, and debtors. Okay. They decided, means partners decided to dissolve the business. The assets were realized gradually, and the net amount were distributed immediately as given below. So we are given realizations in 5 steps or 5 installments. Now you can see date is given, asset realized is given, and expenses paid is given. Clear? Now while solving, the first step will be we have to make statement showing excess capital. Excess capital statement. Okay. Now how to make that? You can see the format. Draw one particulars column and 3 columns for 3 partners. First of all, write opening balances as given in the balance sheet. Opening balances as given. A's capital is 70,000. B's capital is 30,000. And C's capital is 50,000. This statement is prepared to decide the order of payment among the partners, because all the partners don't bring their capital in proportion to the profit sharing ratio. So we have to see which partner has contributed more and which has contributed less as per PSR. Okay, so to decide the order amongst the partners, this statement is prepared. Okay. Now, if you look at the balance sheet liability side, we see that apart from capital, there are 3 liabilities. Okay, creditors, bank loan which is secured, then loan from A. Okay, these 3 liabilities are there. Okay, now while paying liability, always pay dissolution expenses first. Now, dissolution expenses are not given separately here; they are given against each asset realized. Okay, so when we take amount realized from asset, we will subtract that expense from that total amount received. Okay, to get the net realization. But in case if dissolution expenses are given, first we pay for dissolution expenses. Okay. The second rank is we pay preferential liabilities. Okay, very important. What are preferential liabilities? There are certain liabilities like government taxes. Okay, and outstanding wages, outstanding salaries. Okay, these are called as preferential liabilities. So after dissolution expenses are paid, you have to pay them first. These are called preferential liabilities. Okay, clear? So in this sum, it is not given, like workers or outstanding wages, outstanding salaries, or government taxes due are not there in this sum. In case you have to pay any liability, you have to pay that first after dissolution expenses. Clear? Then after that, we go for secured loans, and after that, unsecured loans, that is outsiders, and later on we pay partners loan if at all it is there. In this sum it is there, and after that we pay partners capital. So you can see in the statement I have made a second statement. I have arranged them in order. So in this sum you have to make 2 statements. First statement showing excess capital, and second statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. Okay, in that we have to maintain the order, the one which I discussed. Okay, after particulars, first make cash column, that is available cash. Then if government dues or outstanding wages had been there, I would have written that first. Okay, then secured loans, then creditors, then partners loan, and then partners capital. Clear? This order you have to maintain. Clear? Okay, so we'll go to first statement, that is statement showing excess capital. As I told you, first write the opening balances. Clear? Sometimes they may give current account balances also. Okay, sometimes they may give current account balance also. So current account will be balance will be added to this opening balance only. Okay, if it is on the liability side, same side, add it. If it is on the asset side, subtract it. I'll take one more sum on this chapter because you can expect more than one sums. Okay, on this chapter, so I'll be taking two sums. In second sum, I have covered the current account as well. Okay, so in this sum, current account is not there. If it had been there, we would have added that current account. Okay, if it had been on liability side, we have to add. If it is on asset side, subtract. Clear? So after writing opening balance, then if any reserves are given, like general reserve, P&L, on liability side, you have to add them to this value. Clear? Now in this sum, it is not clear. So now next step will be you have to write profit sharing ratio. Right? I'll write short form profit sharing ratio, that is PSR. Okay. Once you write opening balances, then write PSR of each partner. It is given as 4:3:1. So 4:3:1. Clear? So we can say that A has brought in capital of 70,000 for getting 4 shares. Okay. B has brought 30,000 for 3 shares, and C has brought 50,000 for 1 share. So it is not proportionate, isn't it? Okay. So what we do, we find out what is the capital contribution per unit of PSR. Okay. So write capital per unit of PSR. Okay. How to do that now? Okay. For 4 shares, he has bought 70,000. For 1 share, how much he has bought? So simply 70,000 divided by 4. Okay. So per share, he has brought in 17,500. Same way you have to do it for B. Okay. That is 30,000 divided by 3. So for 1 share, he has brought 10,000. Clear? And C, it's 1 only. For 1 share, he has brought 50,000. So 50,000 divided by 1, it will be again 50,000. Clear? So you have to calculate capital per unit of PSR. Once you write opening balance, add reserves. Okay. Okay. After that, you start with this step. What you do, you start writing opening balance. After that, write PSR, divide opening balance or adjusted capital with PSR. You get capital per unit of PSR. Now we have to take the least capital per unit as base. So which one is the least? 10,000. Okay, so I'll put it a box around it, or I'll make it bold. So if we take B's capital as base, what is the required capital? So I'll write here required capital. Okay. Now if we consider least capital, who has got least capital per unit? Mr. B, because for 3 shares he has brought only 30,000. So per share he has bought 10,000 only. Clear? So if that is the case, then how much A must have contributed? If 10,000 is per share, so he has 4 shares. So he must have brought in 40,000, isn't it? How we got this? 10,000, that is base capital, the least per unit capital into share of A. So 10,000 into 4, we'll get 40,000. Clear? So if we take B's capital as base, then A should have brought only 40,000. Okay, taking B's capital as base, B's capital will be same because his capital is taken as base, isn't it? So 3 into 10,000 will give you 30,000. What about C? He is getting only 1 share in profit. So how much he should have brought? Per capital it's 10,000 per share. So he is getting 1 share, so he should have bought only 10,000. Okay, once again I'll repeat. First write opening balances. If reserves are there on the liability side, add them. We get adjusted capital. Okay, once we get the adjusted capital, we write profit sharing ratio. Okay, of respective partners in their respective columns. 4, 3, and 1. Now you divide their capital by their PSR. You get capital per unit for each part. 70 divided by 4, 30 divided by 3 and 50 divided by 1. So we got capital per unit of PSR. Now we have to see which partner has brought least capital per unit of profit share. So we can see that B has got least per unit capital. Okay, it's 10,000. So accordingly, how much the other partner should have brought in capital? A should have brought in 10,000 into 4 shares of 40,000. B 10,000 into 3, 30. And C should have brought only 10,000 because he is getting only one share, and per share B has contributed only 10,000. Clear? So now we'll get the excess capital. Okay, we can say initial excess capital. So we'll compare the capital balance with the required capital of that partner. Clear? Just put underline here. Okay. So A's required capital is 40,000, but in fact he has brought 70,000 as capital. So his excess capital is 30,000. Clear? See, B's capital was taken as base, so he won't have any excess. You can compare 30,000 he has in his account, and required capital is 30,000, so 0. Always remember, the partner whose capital is taken as base will have 0 as excess capital. Clear? Now regarding C, he has capital balance of 50,000 and he was supposed to bring in only 10,000. So his excess capital is 40,000. Okay, this was step 1. We have to repeat this now again to eliminate one more partner. Okay. Now I'll repeat again with PSR. Those last 4 lines will be repeated once again. Okay. Now calculation will be done only for A and C. Okay. B doesn't have any excess capital because he had least per unit of PSR capital. Okay. So now I'll write again PSR. Now I'll write PSR of A, that is 4, and C is 1. Again I'll calculate capital per unit of PSR. Again I'll divide 30,000 by 4. Okay. So 30,000 divided by 4. So at this stage, A's per unit capital is 7,500. Same thing we'll do for Mr. C. So he has 40,000 capital and his share is only 1. So now we have to take A's capital as base. Clear? How much? 7,500. So taking his capital as base, the required capital will be for A 7,500 into 4. 7,500 into 4. Same way do it for B. For one share, 7,500 is required. So 1 into 7,500. So it will be 7,500. Clear? Now this is last step. We'll get ultimate surplus now. We'll see. Ultimate surplus. Okay. So excess of Mr. A was 30,000 and his required capital is 30,000. So he doesn't have any excess now, surplus now. What about C? He had 40,000 balance after stage 1 and his required capital is now 7,500. So he has some surplus. So let us see how much. 40,000 minus 7,500. Okay. So he has 32,500 as excess capital or ultimate surplus. Now students, once you are done with this, we need those last 2 lines that will define the order of payment. So I'll write here order of payment. Okay. First, to whom you will pay? Mr. C. How much excess he has? 32,500. Clear? So I'll write pay rupees 32,500 to Mr. C first. Okay. Then second order of payment. For this you have to refer to second last line. Okay. Second last line is how much? 30,000 in A and 7,500 in B. Okay. Only last 2 lines are useful to you now while deciding payment order. Clear? So now what you will write? Pay 30,000 to A and 7,500 to B simultaneously. Okay. Okay, this is second order payment. Third, will pay all in PSR. Pay all in PSR. Okay. So when we go to last part in the statement of piecemeal distribution, this order will be used when we go to payment of partners capital. Okay. If this question is there for 20 marks, then this will have at least 5 to 6 marks. Okay. I hope you have understood this. Okay. Now we'll go to statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. Okay, I have already made the columns. Okay, so first thing you will do is put opening balance. Opening balances. Okay, do you have cash balance? Building, plant, stock, debtors. It's not there, so put 0. Secured loan. How much secured loan we have? 8750. Creditors 26,250. Loan from A 10,000. Partners capitals. Okay. A 70, 30 and 50. 70,000. 50,000 and 50. Okay. One more thing, students. If there had been reserves in the sum, okay, so in the statement of excess capital, we would have first added them, like add general reserve, add P&L. After that, we get adjusted capital. So in this statement of piecemeal distribution, take that final figure after adding your reserves. Okay. In next time, I'll cover that. Don't worry. Okay. So now in this, there are no reserves, so nothing is distributed. So opening capital will be posted as it is. Okay. If you had reserves, we would have added that in statement of excess capital, the first statement, and the net amount we would have written against the partners. Clear? Okay. Now, what we have to do now? We have to realize asset. See, companies closing down, so they will sell off all the assets. Okay, they will incur some expense, and the amount received, net amount, will be used for paying the liabilities. Clear? So let us see how much cash is realized first, because opening cash balance is not there, so I have to go for realization. So May 20th, so I'll write realization on 20th May. Okay. How much cash we got? 22,000, but we have spent 2,000 on expenses. So I'll write net only 20,000. Clear? This is very important, students. But I'll put columns everywhere. I'll put commas. Okay, so assets realized 22,000 and expenses related to those realization is 2,000. Okay, so net amount realized is 20,000. Okay, now let us start paying the liabilities. To whom shall we pay first? Again, I'll repeat the order. First, you pay for realization expenses if separately given. In this sum, it is not there. Okay, then you pay preferential liabilities. What are preferential liabilities, students? Any government dues, any employees dues. Employees can be paid in the form of wages or salaries. So outstanding wages, outstanding salaries, or outstanding excise duty. These are preferential liabilities. These are to be paid first. But in this sum, it is not there. So don't bother about it. Okay. So after preferential liabilities, you pay secured loan first. Okay. Then unsecured loan, then partners loan, and then partners capital. That is the order. Okay. So in this sum, we have secured loans. So let us pay them first. Okay. So I'll write less secured loans paid. Okay. What is the value of secured loan? 8750. And how much cash we have? Sufficient. So we can pay them in full. So I'll write here 87 less from cash. Okay. And from liability in same line, write in secured loan column minus 8750. Clear? So now we will calculate the balance. I'm left with cash balance of 11,250 and secured loan will become 0 because we have paid them in full. Clear? I hope this is clear. Okay. So now available balance is 11,250. Okay. Now next category is unsecured liabilities like creditors, bills payable. Okay, creditors and bills payable are unsecured liabilities. Loan from A is partners loan, so that is different category. Clear? Now, how much creditors are there? 26,250. But do we have that much cash? No. So we will pay whatever cash we have to creditors. Okay. So we have 11,250. So we'll pay that. Less creditors paid. Okay. How much? 11,250. So we'll be left with 0 cash. And in same line where we wrote now less creditors paid, right? In creditors column minus 11,250. Clear? In same line you have to write in the liability column. Okay. So how much balance is left now in creditors account? 15,000. Okay. So now we'll go for next realization. So realization on 30th July. How much cash we realized? 16,800 minus 1,800. So 15,000 is the net amount. Clear? So write 15,000. Okay. Now your outstanding creditors are 15,000 and cash available is also 15,000. So we'll use this cash. So right in next line, always use next line for payment. Less creditors paid. How much? 15,000. So again, cash balance becomes 0. And in that payments line, in same line, in creditors column, right? Minus 15,000. Okay. So creditors became 0. Now we have to carry forward or brought down loan from A. What doesn't matter, we can directly go for next realization. So realization on 20th September. How much cash realized? 38,000. So in cash I'll write 38,000. Now there is loan from A. How much? 10,000. So we can use this amount to pay that. Less loan from A repaid. So from cash, how much I should deduct? 10,000. Clear? And from that liability, that is loan from partner, I'll deduct 10,000. Clear? Always use next line to write less paid to a party. Clear? When you write realization on 20th September 38,000, in same line don't write payment. Okay, for payment use next line. Okay. So now how much cash balance we are left with? 28,000. I hope you are solving along with me. And partner's loan is 0 now. Okay. Now partner's capital is to be paid. Okay. Now we have to follow that order of payment for which we have made um, statement of excess capital. Okay, we have to follow the order which is written below that statement. Okay. Now to whom shall we pay first? You can see pay 32,500 to Mr. C first. So do we have 32,500 in cash with us? No. How much we have? Only 28,000. So we'll pay 28 right now. Okay. All right. Less paid to Mr. A. Okay. How much will pay? 28,000. So cash is 0 now. In A's capital, I'll write again in that same line. Sorry, not A, C. Let me make the correction. It's not A. We have to pay C first. So in C's column, I'll write 28,000. Okay. Cash is 0. Now I'll write down the balances of all the partners. A was not paid anything, so A 70,000 is pending. B is 30,000, and C is 28,000 from 50,000 is paid. So 22,000 balance. Clear? Okay. Now we have to go for next realization. It is on November 15th. So realization on 15th November. How much? 45,000 minus 5,000. So 40,000. Okay. How to use this now? Think. To whom shall we pay first? C. Barabar? Because out of, see the order of payment. We had to pay him 32,500, but we have paid him only 28,000. So some amount was still pending. So we have to clear that amount. Clear? Right here. Out of 32,500, how much we paid? Only 28,000. Clear? So balance will pay now. 4,500. Okay. This is very important. Don't forget this. Even if you sometime what students do, whatever cash was available, they paid and they say that my first order of payment is done. It is not like that. Order of payment say pay 30,500. Okay. Out of that, last time we had only 28,000, so we paid that. So still 4,500 is to be paid. So we'll pay that now. Okay. So I'll pay that 4,500. Paid to C. How much? 4,500. Cash balance left with me is 3,500. I'll deduct the amount 4,500 from Mr. C's capital balance. So his balance is now 22,000 minus 4,500. 17,500. What about other partners? Nothing paid, so their balance remains the same. 70 and 30. Clear? Now we'll go for second order of payment. It says pay 30,000 to A and 7,500 to B, and they are to be paid simultaneously. You can't pay any one partner first and later on the other. Okay, you have to pay it simultaneously. Clear? Let us make a small working note just for convenience. How much we have to pay to A? How much to B? Okay. As per second payment order, 30,000 is to be paid to A. It was not B, it was C, right? Okay. Just a small correction here. It is C, not B. How much? 7,500. Yes. So as per payment order number 2, we have to pay 30,000 to A and 7,500 to C. Clear? Now, how much cash balance we have with us? We have 35,500. Clear? After paying that C as per order number 1. Okay. So we are short of some amount, isn't it? So we can't pay them in full. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to pay them in their order. Okay. What is the order? 30,000 and 7,500. We have to make a ratio out of this. Okay. I'll just do the calculation below. What is the total of these two figures? I'll just write it here. 37,500, isn't it? 37,500. Okay. Now we can calculate the share to be paid to Mr. A. Okay. How much will pay him? The cash available is 35,500. This we have to distribute among A and C. So I'll write 35,500 into 30,000 upon 37,500. Okay. This way you will find the amount payable to Mr. A, and same way for C. How much cash is to be distributed? 35,500. Clear? And how much C is to get? 7,500 out of total liability of 37,500. Clear? See, in case of ratio, suppose the ratio is 2:1. What we do? We take 2/3, isn't it? Or 1/3 for C. Same way I have done it. I haven't reduced the amount for A and C. Okay. So 30 upon 37,500 will be for A. 7,500 upon 37,500 for C. Likewise, I am calculating. Clear? I hope this is clear, students. I'll do the actual calculation now. 35,500 is to be given to A, 30,000 divided by 37,500. Clear? So it's 28,400 to be given to Mr. A. So I'll write here. Yes, paid to A and C. Okay. It is mentioned second order of payment. So A is getting 28,400 out of 35,500. And how much C is going to get? Let us calculate, students, for it. For that person, how much cash we have to give? 35,500. Okay, into how much he is to get? 7,500 on 37,500. So he is getting 7,100. Okay. Now let us see what is the balance left. Out of 35,500, we gave away full 35,500 to A and C. So cash balance left with us is 0. Now let us see what is the balance left with A, B, and C. 70,000. I'll just put minus sign here. Minus 28,400. Minus 7,100. Okay, students. Now let us see the balance left with them. A's balance 41,600. We didn't pay anything to B, so his balance will be as it is 30,000. C, we paid some amount, So his balance will reduce 10,400. Okay. Now still some amount is pending for A and C, because the payment was to be made of 30,000 and 7,500. Out of that, we paid only 28,400 to A, and to B we paid only 7,100. Okay, so some balance is pending. So the balance still payable to A is 1,600 and C is 400. Clear? So with next relation, we have to first clear this and then go for the third order of payment. Clear? So last realization was 15 November. Now December 30th is the last realization. So I'll write here realization on 30th December. How much we have realized? 72,000 minus 7,000. So 65,000. 65,000 is the realization, last one. So first we clear this pending balance of A and C. How much it is? 1,600 plus 400. So 2,000. Okay. We'll pay them. In next line we have to write less paid to A and C as per second relation. How much? In all, 2,000 will be paid. To A will pay 1,600 and to C will pay 400. Clear? Now let us see how much balance is still pending with them now. Now once you are done with the order number 1 and 2, you have a chance to cross verify whether you are on right track or you have made some mistake. I'll tell you how. You can cross verify your answer here at this stage. Okay. Now once you are done with the second order of payment, the balance left in partners capital will be in profit sharing ratio. You can just check what is the balance left with A, B and C, 40, 30 and 10, and C your PSR 4, 3 and 1, isn't it? So after second payment of order is done, the balance left in partners capital account will be in the proportion of PSR. So this is a stage where you can cross verify your answer whether you are on right track or no. Clear? Once you are done with the order of payment number 2, you will have closing balances of ABC. Then you will come to know whether that amount is in PSR or not. If it is in PSR, you are going correct. Okay. Wait, I'll just extend the format by 2-3 more lines. That's it. Okay. So out of 65,000, we gave away 2,000 because that was pending, isn't it? So how much cash we have now? Let us see. So available cash is 63,000, isn't it? And how much total liability spending? That is partners capital 40 plus 30 plus 10. So 80,000. So we can't pay in full, isn't it? We can't pay them in full. So whatever cash is there, that is 63,000, we'll distribute this to all the partners in PS. As the third payment order says, pay all in PS. Once the second part is done, second order payment is done, the balance in capital account is always in PSR. So now we have to pay them in PSR. So I'll write less paid to all in PSR. Okay, 63,000 full amount we have to pay. So our cash will become 0. Clear? Now let us distribute this amongst A, B and C in PSR. You know their ratio, 4 is to 4 is to 3 is to 1. So total is 8. So we can say that A will get, A and C. How much A will get? 4 by 8, isn't it? A will get 4 by 8. How much B will get? 3 by 8. Okay, this is what we did while paying the cash in previous stage. Okay, B will get 3 by 8 and C will get 1 by 8. Okay, so let us do it in the statement itself. So we'll do it for A here. Okay, so while paying A, we'll be doing like 63,000, the amount to be distributed into A's share is 4 divided by 8. Okay, same way for B, C, and C. Okay, so I'll do it here. 63,000 into 4 by 8 for A. Okay, now for B, I will do it again. 63,000 into 3 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8. Okay, now for C, again 63,000 into 1 divided by 8. Okay, if you add these three, your total will be 63,000 only. Okay, now let us see what is the closing balance. Since their balance was 40, 30, and 10, we could not pay in full. So whatever balance left is loss on realization. So you can write against that in particulars, loss on realization. That's it. Okay. If you solve this correctly, okay, you'll get full marks. Okay. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please put it on the WhatsApp group. Okay. So one more sum I'll take on piecemeal distribution. I'll share that with you. Okay. On the WhatsApp group, and we'll solve it again. Okay. I'm sharing the sum. So let us draw the format for that sum. I'll make a new sheet for that. I'll make the format. Even I request all of you to make the format, draw the new format. Okay. I have shared some with you. In statement of piecemeal distribution, that is second table, we have to follow the order like first you pay for dissolution expenses, okay, if at all given in the sum. Then you pay preferential liabilities, which are government dues and workers dues. Clear? Once they are paid, you pay secured loans, okay. Then you pay unsecured loans, then partners loans, and then partners capital. Okay, so partners capital will be the last thing to be paid. Okay, because they are the owners, risk bearers. So if any loss is there, they have to suffer that loss. Clear? Okay, so in this sum also we have three partners A, B, and C. Okay. They just a minute. You want me to add reserves or something so that you'll understand, right? Should I do it? Give me a minute. What I'll do, I'll give one additional adjustment below. Okay, I want you to make a note of that. Okay. On liability side, okay, I'm adding one item, general reserve. General reserve. Its value is 10,000. Okay, and on the asset side, we have cash on hand. Okay, I'll increase it by 10,000, so it will be 13,000. Okay, so that our balance sheet tallies. Clear, students? We don't have problem while following the sum. So cash will become 13,000. Okay. So let us start with this sum, students. Again, it's a piecemeal distribution sum. I'll read the sum. The firm of rich person presented you with the following balance sheet drawn on 31st March 2003. On liability side, we have sundry creditors 37,000, capital of partners ABC 40, 30, 27,000, and general reserve 10,000. Clear? You add that general reserve in your balance sheet, presumed to be part of it. Then on asset side, we have cash on hand 13,000, debtors 34,000, stock 39,000, plant and machinery 51,000, and current accounts 3,000, 4,000, and 3,000. Clear? A doesn't have any current account. It might be zero, so they have given you. Clear? And I'll read the entire sum. Let's see if anything relates to the balance sheet. Partners share profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:3. So if we add 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10. So 4 by 10, 3 by 10, and 3 by 10 is the PSR. Clear? Due to differences among the partners, it was decided to wind up the firm, realize the assets, and distribute cash among the partners at the end of each month. Okay. First, May 2003, they have realized 15,000 from debtors, 20,000 from stock, and expenses were 500. Okay. So what we will do, we'll add 15 plus 20, 35 minus 500. 34, 500 will be our realization in the month of May. Clear, students? Then in June, debtors, balance debtors realized 10,000, and balance stock fetch means gave 24,000. So 34,000. Realization expenses not mentioned. So we'll take full 34,000. In month of August, part of machinery was sold for 18,000 and expenses for 600. So we'll take 17,400. In September, part of machine valued in the books 5,000 was taken by A. So here we are not getting cash, but instead the partner is taking away the asset. Okay, so I'll show you what to do. At the agreed value of 10,000, balance of machinery was sold for 30,000. Okay. Partner decided to keep a minimum cash balance of 2,000 in the first 3 months and 1,000 thereafter. Okay. So first 3 months. So April, May, and June, shall we suppose? So for April, because our balance sheet is on 31st March. So the realization started on April, we suppose. Okay. So for April, May, and June, we'll keep a balance of 2,000 minimum cash balance, and rest we will use for distribution among the liabilities. Clear, students? And thereafter, that is April, May, June, from July onwards, we'll keep only 1,000 as balance with us, and rest we will distribute. Okay. But in last month, we have to distribute everything. We can't keep everything, anything with us. Okay. Last month. Clear? I hope this is clear. So now let us begin with the first part, that is statement showing excess capital. Okay. First, I'll write the balances given to us in balance sheet: 40,000, then 30,000, and 27,000. Clear? Okay. Then we are given current account. So just add it to this. If current account is on the liability side, just add it. If it is on the opposite side, then minus it. Okay. This is very important. Understand this. Okay. If current account is there in balance sheet, if it is on the same side, that of capital, that is on liability side, add it. If it is on the opposite side, then minus it. So here it is on the opposite side, so we have to subtract it. Less current account. Okay, many students doesn't understand this. Okay, now it's very clear. Okay, if it is on the same side, add it. If it is on the opposite side, current account minus it. Okay, because they have already withdrawn this much. Okay, so nothing in A column. B has already withdrawn 4,000. So why should we pay that 4,000 again? C has already withdrawn 3,000. Or his account is showing minus. Is this clear, students? I'll just put a minus sign, minus 4,000 and minus 3,000. Okay. Had these current accounts on the liability side, we would have added them. But since they are on the opposite side, we have to subtract. Then one more item is there in balance sheet, general reserve, which is additional item which I gave you. Okay. So write general reserve. And it is on the liability side. So what you will do, add or subtract? Add. If it's on same side, add. Opposite side, subtract. Okay. What about P&L account? If P&L is account on the liability side, add it. If it is on the asset side, minus it. Very simple. Okay. Now we have only one figure of 10,000 and there are three partners. So what ratio shall we use to distribute general reserve? 4:3:3. So 10,000 into 4 by 10, it is 4,000. So A will get 4,000 in general reserve amount. B will get 3,000. C will get 3,000. Okay. So all the items are considered which belongs to partners. Now we'll take total. Okay, we'll take total now. So it will be 40,000 plus 4,000. 44,000. Same way we'll do it for B and C. Now we got B's value 30,000 minus 4,000 plus 3,000. C 27,000 minus 3,000 for current account on the opposite side and share in general reserve 3,000. So what we got here is called as adjusted capital. Okay. Okay. I had told you that when we write opening balance in last statement, piecemeal distribution statement, you write these figures. Okay. Don't write the original figures. Okay. You have to consider these figures. Okay. Now let us complete the statement showing excess capital first. What is the first step after this? You write PSR. What you do? You write PSR. What is PSR? 4:3:3. Then what we do? We find out capital per unit of PSR. Capital per unit of PSR. So I'll divide the adjusted capital with PSR to get capital per unit of PSR. Okay, students, you can zoom the screen. You zoom the screen to see the figures. Okay, if you are unable to see them, just zoom it. Okay, so for A, capital per unit is 44,000 divided by 4 shares. Okay, so for one share he has brought in for 11,000. Same way for B and C. Okay, B has brought 29,000 for 3 shares. So per share he has brought in 9,667. About C, he has brought in 27,000 for 3 shares. So per share it's 9,000. Okay, so what we have to do now? We have to take the least capital per unit as base. So which is the least figure, students? 9,000. So we'll take C's capital as base. So required capital taking C's capital as base because he has least capital per unit. So now we'll multiply PSR with 9,000 to get everybody's required capital. So first one will be 9,000 into 4 for A. Clear? For B, it will be 9,000 into 3. I hope you understand this. And C, again 3 shares, so 27,000, 9,000 into 3. Clear, students? Now we'll see what is initial surplus. At this stage, we find out who has got surplus. So initial surplus. Okay. In case of A, his capital, adjusted capital is 44, and as per base capital, he needs to bring in only 36. So he has a surplus of 8,000. Clear, students? So same we will do it for B and C. B, 29,000 minus 27,000. C, 27,000 minus 7,000, 27,000, 0. I told you, the one whose capital is taken as base, his excess will be 0. Okay. Now C is gone. We have to repeat the steps, last 4 stages, last 4 lines for A and B. Okay. So I'll first write PSR. What is PSR? 4:3. Clear? Now capital per unit of PSR, divide capital by PSR. Okay. So 8,000 divided by 4. So it will be 2,000. Clear? Then 2,000 divided by 3. 667. It must be some point. I'm not writing the points, but I suggest you write at least 2 points. Okay. After decimal point, write 2 digits. So now tell me whose capital will be base? B's, because per capital per unit of PSR is 667 for him. Okay. So I'll write here required capital taking B's capital as base. Okay. So I'll make it in bold. So required capital for A will be how much? 666 into 4. So 4 into this fraction. It comes to 2667. What about B? Again, 6666.67 into 3. I told you the partner whose share is least, okay, his balance will be 0 after deduction. You can see B's capital ultimate excess is 0. What about A? His capital balance was 8,000 and his required capital was 2667. So he has ultimate surplus. Okay. So last 2 lines are useful for us. Okay, to write order of payment. What is order of payment? First, pay to whom? A. How much? 5,333. Pay Mr. A rupees 5,333. Then second last line. Okay. Order of payment number 2 will be second last line. Pay rupees 2,667 to 8 and 2,000 to Mr. B. Clear? And what is the last payment of order? Pay all in PSR. That is fixed line. Pay all in PSR. I have told you one cross check that after second payment of order is done, the partner's capital left, balance left will be in PSR. Okay. I hope this is clear. So we'll go for the statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. Okay. Now, payment of order. Just a minute. First, we need cash count or cash column. Then we have only one external liability, creditors, and then partners' capitals are. Okay, so in fact, this is a very simple sum. Okay, but still I'll solve it quickly because that fourth realization I have to show you. Okay, so after cash, creditors is there, creditors. There is no external other liability. There is no secured loans, no preferential liability. Okay, directly we have to pay partners. Okay, that is A, B, and C. In fact, I should write A is capital. B is capital and C is capital. Okay. Now while writing balance, cash balance I'll write 13,000 as we had adjusted it. Creditors is 37,000. A is capital. I told you that we have to write adjusted capital here. Huh? Don't forget that. If you copy down balances from balance sheet, you will miss the main crux of this sum. Okay. So take 44,000. For B, it will be 29,000. This is after adjusting current account and general reserve. And C is 27,000. Okay, students. So we wrote all the opening balances. Okay. We have taken general reserve on adjustment and we have increased cash by 10,000. Okay, clear? Okay. Now, as we read the sum, we saw that company is going to keep in hand minimum cash balance of 2,000 with them for first 3 months, and after that they will be maintaining only 1,000 as balance. Clear? Okay. So out of 13,000, first I'll keep aside less kept aside. How much will keep aside? 2,000, right? So available cash will be only 11,000 for distribution. Students, I hope you like this channel. Do subscribe and like it. Okay, I hope you must have subscribed already. Okay, so available cash is only 11,000, right? We had 13,000, but company says that it will maintain 2,000 balance for first 3 months. Okay, so it will not be deducted from any other balance because we are just keeping it aside. We are not paying any liability. Clear? But now 11,000 is available to be distributed amongst the liabilities. So who will rank first? Obviously creditors. All right, less creditors paid. How much will pay? 11,000 full amount. Okay, their outstanding balance was 37,000, but we don't have 37, so we'll write only 11,000. Okay, so balance left, cash becomes 0, and creditors left are 26,000, right? 26,000. Okay. So now we'll go for next first relation, not next. So it says in May 2003, 15,000 from debtors, we realized 20 from stock, and expenses were 500. So 15 plus 20, 35,000. Out of that, 500 will be subtracted. If you want, you can show this in bracket. I'm not feeling good, but since you have your paper tomorrow, I decided to take the lecture, which is very important for you. Okay. So 35,000 minus 500, 34,500. Clear? So how much shall we pay to creditor? We have 34,500, but his liability is only 26, so we'll pay only 26. Less creditors paid. We'll pay only 26,000. Okay, students. Cash balance left is 8,500 and creditors will become 0. Okay, that's it. So all liabilities are done. So we have to go for the order of payment in case of partners capital payment, repayment. Clear, students? Once you are done with the outside liabilities, we have to follow the order of payment as per statement showing excess capital. Clear? So what is the first order of payment? Pay Mr. A rupees 5,330. So let us pay him. We have sufficient cash, so there won't be any issue. Less it to A as per order of payment. Minus 5,333. We are paying A. Okay. So my cash balance left will be 3167. Capital of A after this payment will be 38,667. We haven't paid anything to B, so his balance will be as it is. Even in case of C, balance will be as it is. Clear? Now, what is the order of payment? Number 2, pay 2,667 to A and 2,000 to Mr. B. So total we need 4,667, but we don't have that much amount. So what we have to do? We have to pay them in that order, 2,667 and 2,000. Okay, I'll just write A and B. How much is the value payable? 2,667 to A and 2,000 to B. Just write the total in the next column. So you will get the ratio. This is simplest way. Okay. So the ratio will be how much for A? For A, what will be the ratio? 2,667 upon 4,667. Okay, this is simplest way to calculate the ratio. For B, what will be the ratio? 2,000 upon 4,667. Clear? You can use the figure itself as a ratio. Okay, I'll write in next line, less paid to A and B as per order of payment. Full amount will give 3,167. How you will distribute? To A, how much you will give to A? I'll calculate here for A. It will be 3,167 into 2,667 divided by 4,667. Clear, students? This is how you will give it to A. I'll do here in partners capital 3,167 into 2,667 upon total 4,667. Clear, students? Same way do it for B, but his share you will take as 2,000, not 2,667. It will be only 2,000. Clear? That's it. If you add these two figures, it should add up to 3,167. Clear? I'll just put minus sign here. Okay. So balance left. Cash will become 0. A's capital will be 36,857. B and C will be 27,643 and 27,000. Now we are out of cash, so we go for next realization. Let's always remember which month we are in, because April, May, June we have to maintain 2,000 balance, which we already kept aside at the beginning. Okay, April, May, June. So even June we won't touch that 2,000 balance. So now we'll take June realization. Realization in June. What we have realized? 10,000 plus 24,000. So 34,000 we realized in June. There is no expense given. So 34,000 will take as realization. Okay. Don't write the payment in same line. Do the next line. Okay. Now how much we should pay now? You see, look at the payment order number 2. We had to pay 2,667 and 2,000. But how much we paid? In fact, less than that, because we were short of cash, isn't it? So I'll show you how much we paid. But right here, out of that 2,667, I gave only 18,102 to A and 13,572 to B. Clear? So some balance is yet to be paid. How much? 8,572 to A and 643 to B. This is still pending out of payment order number 2. So in all, 1,500 to be paid for out of second order. Clear, students? So we'll pay this first out of June realization less. I'll copy the above. Pay to AB as per order of payment. How much was spending? 1,500. Okay. Out of 1,500, 857 will be given to A and 643 Mr. B. Nothing to see right now. Okay. So let us see what is the balance left. Cash balance 32. Capital of A 36. B 27. C 27. Clear? So now we are done with the order number 2, payment order. So I had told you that there is a cross check. After order number 2 is paid, the remaining balance in partners capital will be in your PSR. Just check if it is in PSR. Yes. If you refer to 9 table, 9 4s are 36, 9 3s are 27, 9 3s are 27. So they are in PSR. 4:3:3. It means you are on the right track. Okay. So now second payment order is done. So what is the third payment order? Pay all in PSR. So whatever cash will be there, will be paying in PSR. So in fact, even this 32,500 will distribute in PSR. Less paid to all in PSR. Okay, how much? Full amount? 32,500. Okay. So PSR is 433. So first I'll give to Mr. A. How much? 32,500 into 4 divided by 10. Okay, 13,000. Same is for, not same, 433. So I'll do it for B now. 32,500 into 3 divided by 10. And same for Mr. C. Clear? I hope this is clear, students. So now cash balance is 0. Partners balance is 23 for A, 17,250 and 17,250 for B and C respectively. These are pending balances. Now we are done with the June. Now we are going for August. Okay, so I'll add realization in the month of August. Okay, how much is the realization? machinery 18,000 and expenses were 600. Okay, so we take the net amount 17,400. Clear? Now those 3 months have lapsed from the beginning. Okay. So if you read that line, okay, see the last line. Partner decided to keep minimum cash balance of 2,000 in first 3 months and 1,000 thereafter. So this is fourth or fifth month after the realization started. So we need not maintain that 2,000 balance aside. Okay. So what we can do is we can release 1,000 out of that. Okay. We had kept aside 2,000. Now they say 1,000 is sufficient. So that balance 1,000 we can utilize here. Okay. So cash kept aside utilized. Clear, students? How much we are going to take from that? Only one. Okay. So now how much cash is available for distribution? 18,400. Clear, student? This was a catch. Okay. Clear? So now we have to distribute this 18,400 amongst A, B, C in PSR. Okay. So in next line, right? Less paid to all in PSR. How much will pay? 18,400. So our cash balance will be 0 after this payment. Okay. Let us do the calculation. 18,400 into 4 by 10. 10 day for here for B, but instead of it will be 3 by 10. Same for C. Okay. If we add these three, it will be 18,400. Okay. Clear? Now balance left with partners is 23,000 minus 7,330. And same for remaining two partners we calculated. Okay. Now the last realization. It is September 2003. Okay. Now let us see what it says. Now this is last realization. The cash balance which was kept aside now 1,000. Even that we will use here. Huh? Clear? So in September, how much we realized? Part of machine valued in books at 5,000 was taken by A in part discharged at an agreed value of 10,000. So machine realized you have to consider as 10,000. Clear? Its book value was 5, but A took it for 10,000. Okay. So you consider this as sold for 10,000. Remember this. If any asset is taken over by partner for any value, for piecemeal distribution, you have to consider it as cash received from that partner for that asset. So cash realized from that machinery is 10,000. Another balance machinery is sold for 30. So 40,000 and 1,000, the balance we had kept aside at the beginning. So total how much? 41,000 we have cash available. Okay. I'll show separately. Or is it fine if I show everything together? Well, I'll show it together only. 41,000 is the net cash. I'll show it here. Okay. Cash in September will be 10,000 plus 30,000 plus 1,000. This is we got 41,000. Okay. With a bring. Okay. So now this 41 is realization in September. Okay. Now you will use this for distribution. Again, we will pay all in PSR. 41,000. Okay, so balance will be 0. I will distribute this 41 in their PSR. So 41,000 into 4 by 10 for Mr. A, for B, for B it will be 3 by 10. Same is for C. So let us see. I think there is surplus. This time partners are lucky. Okay, so we'll say profit on realization. Why? Because their balance was lesser than the cash paid to them in the last installment, isn't it? So we have paid 16,000 and their balance was only 15,640 for A. So he has gained 760, and for B and C 570, 570. Okay, even the last answer will be in your PSR. If you want to verify, you can see. Okay, so students, I'll be taking a break now. Okay, after some time, I'll start over again, and in that, I'll solve final accounts and one amalgamation. Okay, I'll stop now.